Hello guys, it's Ivan Trades again, and I want to make a trade recap on the trade which I took today on the 4th of March 2025. There was a buy trade on the EURUSD and I incurred a small minimal loss, and I want to go through it, my thought process, how I ended up taking it, and the mistakes which I made leading me to incurring a minimal loss, and the reason why I did not incur a full loss, as you've seen in the recap video prior to this recap. So let's go through it. On the higher time frame, the Asian range was ranging as usual, but when the London opened it opened very abruptly. You can see that when London opened right here, it opened very aggressively. So the London session opened abruptly, and instantly the price was repriced to the upside. The previous day's high, which is Monday, was instantly displaced through, and we've seen price retesting it for a little bit and continued to the upside. Price continued to the upside towards the February high and January high, which were so the price reached towards the January high and February high, which were above there. So as my bias was that I was still bullish until this 1 hour BC got traded through to the downside. So I was expecting a slight reaction from it for me to consider going into continuation, but a little problem right here. When the New York AM session opened, price set the London's high before reversing to the downside into this 1 hour BC. So that was a kind of a reversal towards this previous day's high, even though I did not expect price to reach it because it was already balanced by this week. So that was one of the main reasons why I took an entry right here, which we are going to see on the lower time frames, incurring me into a loss. So on the lower time frame, you can see my trade right here during the open of 8 a.m. right here. We've seen price reprice to the downside a little bit and displaced into the range right here with that big bullish candle, and then price formed an SMT during my time of interest inside of this 1 hour CB. So I was expecting some continuation to be in play, but what I did not take into consideration was the fact that price during so I entered when I seen my entry model right here, as you can see. When I seen this SMT and this breakaway gap, I entered. The moment I seen a smaller time frame SMT right here during 8:55, you can see that I marked it on the chart, and the price reached my one-on-one RR, but I trailed my stops a little bit below these lows right here. I did not enter on the low risk buy position. I entered inside of, I think it's the first stage of accumulation. So I ended up being stopped out, and when I zoomed into this trade, I seen what I haven't seen whilst I was making this trade. So one of the reason, I guess, which led to my stop out was the fact that this was an SMR, even though I did not see this was a clear SMR, specifically after the previous day's high had already been taken, even though it had been balanced, and London highs were swept and price displaced back into the range by a 5-minute CB right here. London buy side, this LBS was the London buy side. You can see that it was balanced right here, and the price displaced through it by a 5-minute CB right there. So that was a clear market structure shift, meaning that the sell side inside of the London session expansion could be targeted from then on. That was one of the first reasons which I got stopped out without noticing it. So that is to mean that this was simply a retracement which I was taking. I should have got out when price retested this low right here. The second reason was that we already took out this high time frame PDRAs, which was a clear indication of a complete market, a higher time frame market maker model. So the sell side were next if we were not going to range, form a rate bound price action. So this 1 hour BC was unlikely to hold. So that was the second. So I think I learned from this, and here is the chart. Actually, this trade price ended up reaching the equilibrium of the London, which is this purple line right here, and swept the previous sum of 90-minute cycles of London, formed an SMT with these highs, and price actually right now it reached these highs during the PM session, which I will show you the picture in the end. And my executions are these ones right here. I don't know if they are here. This is before I took an entry, and here I took an entry. Price did not go beyond this level. Instantly reversed to the downside, but you can see that I trailed my stops a little bit. It was no longer below here, it was below this low. That is why this week was the one which took me out. So I should have seen that, or at least secured one-on-one. I wonder why my trades are continuously stopped out at one-on-one. Maybe I'm always caught up in a retracements, even though the overall bias is correct. So that was my bias for today, and if there is any question, you can label it in the comments. And if you have not yet joined free Telegram channel, you can join it also. So thank you for sticking to the end. See you in the next one. It's Ivan Trades for peace.